And my other nephew comes in crying, and he shows me his phone. And I snapped at him. I said, man, get that out of my face. Just get it away from me. You know, we live in a world where anything could be photoshopped, anything could be hoaxed. I didn't want to believe it. And then I got the call from you, Charles, Kenny. Everybody called me. Lost two grandmothers, lost a Sarge, lost my sister, and now I lost a little brother. Our names will be attached together for what we did. People always ask about our relationship, and I tell them it's just like me and Charles. You got two strong-minded people that are going to get it done their way. You're going to say certain things. The respect will never be lost. But when it comes to be inside the lines and win, that's what me and him, that's what we did. That's what me and Charles, that's what we do.
Five NBA titles, 2 Olympic gold medals, 18 All-Star appearances, one of the most brilliant and most respected players in NBA history. And when we'd run into each other over the years, we'd laugh about that night that we first met. We'd laugh at all the good things that had happened since. And we'd laugh about how much fun it was to raise kids and all the stupid mistakes we made trying to figure out how to be good dads.
I had many conversations with Kobe off of television, and they always involved his daughters, always. Once he retired from basketball, his life revolved around their lives. He was very proud of them. He loved being a father. He loved his family. He worked very hard, and he brought a lot of joy to a lot of people in the city, and we're going to miss him. This was a terrible loss for those families and for the Lakers, for Kobe's teammates, for his fans. It's just, there's no silver lining here. It's all bad. It's all sad. He was a bright light, and that's how.
I'm grateful to Vanessa and the Bryant family for the opportunity to speak today. I'm grateful to be here to honor Gigi and celebrate the gifts that Kobe gave us all. What he accomplished as a basketball player, as a businessman and a storyteller, and as a father. In the game of basketball, in life, as a parent, Kobe left nothing in the tank. He left it all on the floor.
Now he's got me. I'll have to look at another crime meme for the next. I told my wife I wasn't going to do this because I didn't want to see that for the next 3 or 4 years. That is what Kobe Bryant does to me. I'm pretty sure Vanessa and his friends all can say the same thing. He knows how to get to you in a way that affects you personally, even though he's being a pain in the ass.
The death of Kobe Bryant affected me personally. It affected millions of people around the world personally. That was part of the beauty of what Kobe Bryant represented to his fans. The Mamba mentality. The pride and the work ethic to strive for, but also to achieve greatness. True dedication and unwavering determination in all pursuits. Emblazoned with passion and love. And matched only by the kindness and the willingness to teach others to raise themselves to being their best selves. That's what Kobe meant and represented to basketball fans around the world. That's what Mamba mentality means. Working as hard as you can to be your best self at whatever you do and inspiring those around you to want to do the same. I was filled with a quiet rage the day after news of Kobe's death rocked the world. The moment I learned the news, I thought it was an internet prank. The stories were not only confirmed, they were more horrendous than I could have ever anticipated. The world suffered not only the death of Kobe, but that of his daughter Gigi, as well as the other passengers aboard the helicopter that crashed in Calabasas, California. It felt senseless. It felt unfair. Tears welled in my eyes as I tried to continue with my normal routine. As I made my way to work that morning, feelings of shock, anger, sadness, despair, regret, and more swirled around my being, fermenting into ultimately one thought. I feared I had wasted my potential. Having settled into my office chair, I sat there, indignant, typing furiously but not paying much mind to the words filling the body of the email template I had selected for yet another rude and impatient client. Everyone should have to work in customer service at some point in their lives. The world might be a better place, I think. It's astonishing the way people will speak to you when they cannot be seen. I mean, for the most part, it's a tedious, monotonous affair, and most people are of a good nature, but every now and again, some cretin will take their day out on you like a 1930s housewife. On this particular day, I took a call from an especially unruly customer. As the customer stormed on with a torrent of hail-like insults, upset that he had chosen the wrong model but with a similar name, and thus was ineligible for the ongoing promotion, my heart raced. My brain fumed and my words choked in my throat, clogged with anger and failing to escape me. I wished so desperately to reply in kind, to put the customer in their place once and for all. I imagined smashing the computer in front of me, bits and bytes flying through the air with each wallop as I gleefully shouted into the receiver how abhorrent this customer and his ilk really were. Grabbing the computer monitor, I'd lean back and chuck it into the trash bin. "Kobe!" I'd shout gloriously. The final sight my bewildered colleagues would endure as I casually strolled out of the office. Despite what felt at that moment to be an existential dilemma, unwavering, I mustered all of my training and experience to collect myself and use my best customer speak to calm the customer down and resolve the issue amicably. As I went home that day, a heavy weight hung in my chest. I turned 30 years old that year, and if I were a professional athlete, I would be on the decline. I know it's silly, but it felt like I was having an early midlife crisis. Had I wasted my potential and settled for a safe office job rather than risking it all for a career in something interesting? Something I could be passionate about, allowing me to live out that old cliche of loving your work to the point where it no longer feels like working? As I arrived home, I was ready to type up my resignation letter. "Hi, Dad," my daughter yelled as I entered the house, running to greet me. I scooped her up into my arms and held her a bit longer than usual. She could sense how I was feeling. "What's wrong, Dad?" she asked me. Her perception and her empathy may never cease to amaze me. "Nothing, Zephyr. Nothing at all," I replied, squeezing her tightly. I would inevitably go back to work the following day, and every day since, because I remembered that I had made myself a promise 7 years ago. I'd be the Kobe Bryant of dads.
If I told you what I was, would you turn your back on me? And if I seemed dangerous, would you be scared? I get the feeling just because everything I touch isn't dark enough, that this problem lies in me. I'm only a man with a cable got me. I'm taking a stand to escape what's inside me.
Your daughter might want to play in the WNBA. She does. Wouldn't that be great?
Dude, man,
And it keeps getting stronger.
the best thing that happens is when we go out, and fans will come up to me and she'll be standing next to me. Like, man, you gotta have a boy. You and me gotta have a boy, man. somebody carry on the tradition, the legacy. She's like, oh, yeah, I got this. You know, boys, man, I got this. That's right. Yes, you do. You got this.